Namaste, friends. This is Puneet from Puneet Yoga. It's so good to be back with you. Welcome to our meditation and breathing practice. Today is May 21st, 2020. It's the World Meditation Day. And what a great time to begin a meditation practice or just continue with a practice. Let's begin today by sitting with our legs crossed if that feels comfortable, or in a different position. Whatever works for you, on the mat, on a chair, or wherever you choose. Let's settle our hands on our thighs. Today, let the palm face upwards, a gesture of openness, receiving, and let's close our eyes. As we turn inwards to the breath, to the body, and to this moment, let all sounds, all thoughts recede into the background. As you stay with the sensations of your body and the breath moving through this body. Let's set an intention for today's practice. Let the intention today be Dhairya. It's a Sanskrit word which means fortitude. And what that means is much wider. It means facing something that's challenging. It means accepting that. It means rising up to the challenge and living through it and conquering it. So fortitude is all of that. So let that be our intention today. Dhairya, fortitude. And let's begin our breath, our pranayam, as Ujjayi breath. Ujjayi breath refers to the victorious breath, also called the conqueror's breath. Today, as we go through Ujjayi breathing, we are going to draw the breath through the back of the throat and the nose. So you hear a sound when you inhale, and you do the same when you exhale. The breath travels through the back of the throat, through the nose. A slightly constricting feeling at the back of the throat, but each time you inhale and exhale, it's audible. You can hear yourself. It can be like the breeze in the trees or the waves on the shore. So starting to first let your tailbone move deep into your mat. Feel your sitting bones release. Feel that release and widening of the pelvis, the hips. Feel them spreading into your mat. Feel the thighs opening, releasing. Feel the release of the legs, the knees, the feet. Feel where they touch the mat. Feel your heavy, releasing, softening, but firm lower body. The more you let go, the firmer, the sturdier the lower body becomes. Let it settle down, become a firm foundation for you. From this firm foundation, start to lift up the upper body. You're drawing it out and away from your legs. Your abdomen lifts as the torso lifts up. The chest starts to rise. The breastbone reaches up towards the sky. The shoulders release back and down. Your neck is long. Feel tall from the top of your head. Start to take the heads of the shoulders slightly back, spreading your collarbones. Let your chin come in slightly towards the heart, lengthening the back of your neck. Feel your lower ribs release, melting towards your spine. And let there be a softness to your face. Let the temples soften. Let the forehead release towards the chin. Feel the eyes rest deep within. Let the tongue rest in the mouth as the lower jaw moves away from the upper jaw. Let your throat be soft. Observe this alert, lifting, ascending, yet calm upper body. Descending, heavy, yet sturdy lower body. And observe the beauty of both of these together, hand in hand, in perfect equilibrium. Take your attention to your breath. Start to observe your breath, and then shifting to Ujjayi breath. Conqueror's breath. Draw it from the base of the abdomen. The breath is traveling up from the back of the throat and the nose. Let the breath travel all the way up to your top. And then start to exhale. Feel the shoulders soften. Feel your abdomen release towards your spine. Feel your hips descend. Continuing with Ujjayi breath, let the next breath come from the base of the pelvic floor. Let the breath rise up from the abdomen. Let it go past the diaphragm. And now the breath is lifting the rib cage up. Let the chest widen as the ribs lift up, widen, and the chest is like a conqueror's chest. Wide, lifted, expansive. Your frontal ribs have lifted, the side ribs lift, and the back ribs lift all the way up. Let the breath go to your top. When you exhale, keep this lift in the chest, like that of the conqueror, a victorious breath, and let the rest of the body start to slowly descend, softening the abdomen, releasing it towards your spine, releasing the hips into the earth. As you inhale long and deep, your breath is again traveling up from way below the navel band. As the breath starts to rise up, lift the breath into the chest. Breathe into the lungs so that the breath is traveling to the sides of the lungs. Breathing into your collarbones. Breathing into the armpits. The chest lifts up, widens. It's victorious breath, Ujjayi breath. Let the breath go to your top, and then slowly as you exhale, the upper chest stays lifted, stays spread, stays wide. As you feel your shoulder blades slide down your back, lower back releases and the hips descend. Continuing with your long deep inhalation. This time as your breath travels up, it's going up your spine. As the breath lifts the spine, widening, elongating each vertebrae, spreading your lower back, your mid-back, spreading the kidneys, the back of the heart, the back of the lungs open and spread. The frontal spine also lifts. The shoulder blades are spreading wide. The breastbone is reaching up high for the sky. Another victorious breath as it goes to the top, Ujjayi breath. When you exhale, you're keeping the lift of the chest like the chest of the conqueror. But the shoulders softly start to descend without the chest closing or collapsing. Start to gently release the upper body. Feel the release of the abdomen, pressing and melting towards the spine. Feel the release of the hips into the earth. Let the breath release into the earth. Continue with these long, deep inhalations, keeping the chit, the mind, on the breathing. Each breath longer, deeper, wider, more expansive and fuller than the one before. Each exhalation smoother, slow, continuous, quieting the mind, quieting the body, letting completely go of the old breath. Inhaling, each breath this time is searching for any tightness that you're holding in the body, in the thoughts. Let the breath start to seep into every tight corner. Let it percolate into the corners. Let it be absorbed. When you exhale, feel the tightness, feel anything that was old and stale and limiting start to release as you feel the softness, the openness and the release in place of the tightness that you held before. Let the breath wash everything out, leaving you empty for a new, fresh inhalation. Continue with fortitude, with Dhairya, these long, deep inhalations, accepting each new breath, letting that breath travel up, and as you exhale, like a conqueror, letting go of the limitations, of the rigidity, of any hardness, and releasing it out of you. On your own, a couple of breaths. Start to gently open your eyes. Let your hands come down by your side. Rest your fingertips on your sides. Feel the heaviness of the hands, of the upper arms. Release your shoulders down. Keep that lift in the upper chest. Continue with your Ujjayi breath. And when you inhale next, slowly sweep your arms up like wings, out on the sides. As you slowly take your arms all the way up towards the sky. In Utthita Hastasana, let the palms face each other. Soften your shoulders, release them into the shoulder sockets. Reach up from the side body. Lengthen through the waist, opening up the side ribs to the sky. Lengthen those armpits up as you release the arms. Open up the inner elbows, reach up through the inner wrists and let your palms spread. Let those fingers widen. Let the fingertips be energized towards the sky. Keep that softness in your face as you reach up high towards the sky. When you exhale, turn your palms out and then pressing the air slowly down, your arms engaged and active. Let them slowly release down through the heavy air down towards your side. Let the hands rest by your side. With your next inhale, lift up your shoulders to the ears. Push the shoulders back. With your exhalation, slide your shoulder blades down your back. And do this again with each inhalation and each exhalation. You're opening up the chest, widening, expanding, releasing the shoulders, the upper back, the trapezius, the skin of the neck towards the floor. Breathing in into this state of softness and alertness. Bring your hands to your heart. Press the heels of the hands into each other. Lift up the heart into the hands. Release your shoulders and then release that chin, the head slightly towards the heart. As you bow your intellect towards the heart, lift up the heart towards the intellect. Let the face stay soft. I will chant an Om, the universal vibration of everything that lives. Join me if you like. Try and feel that vibration inside and outside of you. Continue with your Om even when I stop. Take a deep breath in. Om. Expressing gratitude for the practice today, for fortitude in our bodies, in our minds, in our breaths, in our lives, for everything that the practice brings to us, and wishing everybody on this earth today and every day wellness, health in the body, in the mind. Let's lift up our heads and open our eyes. Namaste.